that might be meeting me for the first time, or my name is Biolu, and I'm a career development coach. What I do is I help people get jobs and to help people make meaning of their jobs or their careers generally, right? And or maybe in more simpler terms, I can put it as I help you make the money that you deserve from the skills that you have. And if you don't have the skills, I help you get the skills. I support you. I coach you to get the skills that you need to make the kind of money that you want. That is what I do in a nutshell. Okay. Now, of recent, I wrote a book called Chiking a Billionaire, right? And I know that most of the people on this group or in this group are from that, they're from the support group I created for those that read the book. I've created this book to give people a blueprint of everything they need for a successful career. So if you're here, you bought the book, you've not read it, please go and read it. If you're here, you read the book, but you did not complete the exercises, now is a good time before we start this, because that book gives you a blueprint into a meaningful career, either as a corporate worker, a freelancer, or a business owner. Whatever it is you want to do, the book is a perfect blueprint. If you can sit down, yes, it will take you time, it will take you commitment and dedication to complete what is written in that book. But if you can do that, you're going to have a solid foundation for your career. And if you're struggling with doing it by yourself, please reach out to me for a fraction of what the normal fee would be. I will take you on a one-on-one coaching journey, or maybe a group coaching journey, depending on what you're able to afford at the moment. I will take you on that journey to find yourself. Okay. But what I've decided in the meantime, before we get to that point where we know exactly what we want to do, you're going to be eating something, right? And you need to be making money. So I decided that, let's have a short challenge where with what we have right now, we're able to make something meaningful. And that was the birth of the LinkedIn MBA. I call it the LinkedIn MBA. It's a monetization blueprint. So I call it the LinkedIn monetization blueprint activator for freelancers and corporate workers. If you're a small business owner, this also works for you. And the idea is for you to achieve unbelievable financial and career milestones using your social media. So using what you have right now, going on social media to achieve important milestones. Important milestones will mean different things to different people. For some people, it's about this product that I've already created. I want to be able to sell it. This or this skill that I have that I've trained for, I want to be able to sell it. Selling it might be selling it to individuals or to companies that need your services. It might be you getting a job by virtue of what you've done. So I'll just scroll down quickly. So very quickly on that, who is this for? This course is for freelancers. When I say freelancers, I want you to add small business owners, right? Because freelancers, in a way, even though they're self-employed, in a way, some of them might even be like small business owners, right? So for freelancers and small business owners generally, if you belong to that category, this is for you. I'm also looking at people who are looking for jobs. So you've gone to the university, you have a degree in your hands, and you're looking to get a job. Or maybe you already have a job and you're looking for a better job in your field, or you want to transition because you have gotten a skill and you want to transition into another field, then this is for you. So basically, in a nutshell, this is for people who have something in their hands that they want to monetize. Okay, you must have something in your hands, a product, a service, a skill that you want to monetize. Okay, so that is the shortlisting criteria for this bootcamp. There is a product, a skill, or something that you want to monetize. So what I want you to do right now is to begin to type, what is that thing that you want to monetize? I want you to put it in the comment section for me, right? What is that thing that you want to monetize in this 28 days, on this 28-day challenge? What is that one thing? One thing, because there has to be singularity of purpose, okay? So what is that one thing in these 28 days that you are planning to monetize, okay? And this course or this program is for people that are ready for change. Now, change is on two sides of an equation, right? If you're solving maths, once you change one side of an equation, the other side has to change, right? This is not a course for people that want the results to change and they're not ready to change their routines, okay? No, if you're not ready to change anything, when they call you and say, come and do this, they're like, no, I cannot start up, I cannot wake up, I cannot do. If you are not ready to change both sides of the equation, just say, thank you, Coach B. I cannot, nobody should move my cheese in this season, okay? But for those that are on this program, your cheese is going to be moved, okay? So I want you to type it into the comment section. Say, my cheese is going to be moved. Your cheese will be moved. That is something that is sure. Your routine will change for these 28 days. And just like I was explaining earlier, this course is to open your eyes to the awesome capabilities on the inside of you. One of the things that, that hurts me the most is I see people, amazing people, struggling. People that are amazing. I know that this person is amazing. And I see you struggling. I'm like, I'm not even as good as you are. I'm not even as, but because of the things that you don't know, or because you don't know the things that are important, right? So I see people, for example, on LinkedIn, posting every day, every day, every day, no offer, or the offer is very weak. Okay, so I know that this person has an idea, but the person has a weak offer. Okay, I've met people, I'm also telling stories, probably stories of some people that are also here because I've spoken to a lot of people one-on-one. So please, if I mention your story, don't feel bad. Okay, I've had people that have signed up for challenges. I had to go and drag them from the challenger. What are you building? You don't even know what you have to offer, but you joined challenge, you're posting every day. Like, so that's my this This program is for you to know exactly what you're doing. I'm going to add a caveat very soon, but that'll be at the end so that you understand exactly what this is about. Once again, I'll keep repeating it so that you know exactly what we're on. Initially, I started it with post and earn because that was how it just came, like a challenge where people can begin to earn based on what they post, okay? But eventually I said, you know what, let's give it a name that is easier to remember, okay? And now it's the LinkedIn MBA. How many people agree with me that the LinkedIn MBA is very easy to remember? LinkedIn MBA, simple, no space, right? So it's the LinkedIn MBA, it's the LinkedIn monetization blueprint activator for freelancers and corporate workers. You don't have to remember the subscript, just remember the LinkedIn MBA, right? And as we're going into this challenge, the hashtags we're going to be using will be LinkedIn MBA, LinkedIn MBA with Biolu, and then you can also use post and earn. Okay, so these three terms, you can always add it to your post. At the end of every post, you can just put it in there, just so that when you post, everybody knows that, oh, this is from the challenge. You can also tag me to your post, okay? For those on this challenge, you can tag me to your post so that I can come in, comment, boost your visibility, and just to encourage you. I'm not promising a comment on every post, but I'm saying tag me at least, okay? If I can repost, whatever it is I can do, I will try as much as possible to engage. Next thing we'll talk about is, so what do we expect? What are the things that this course will cover? The first is we're going to have 4 modules, right? 4 teaching sessions. So these teaching sessions, like I already explained earlier, they're going to be Saturday sessions like this, right? And they're going to be they will be between 1 to 2 hour long, right? 1 hour for us to really cover what needs to be done. If you can do it in less time, I'm happy to do it. But I want to ensure that you really understand what you're being taught. And then the other part of the time will be for questions. So you'll be able to ask all the questions that you want. You can ask every question that you want, during this period. The most likely time, I'm trying to steady out the time so that the same time every Saturday, you know that you're supposed to be here. So it's going to be between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Saturday from now until we end the challenge, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Saturday. Please be here. I don't want you to miss any part of this. It's so important. So in the first week, we're going to learn about how to create an offer, okay? So whatever it is, whether it is a skill, whether it is a job you're looking for. So if it's a job, that means you have a certification, right? So if it's a job, if it's a skill, I'll show you how to create a powerful offer that people will find hard to resist, okay? The next thing we'll then do is profile optimization, right? So we then go into your profile and we're going to make this so practical, so easy for you to do. What does this mean? I'm going to give you like just link to what I've done with my own profile. Just change the words to your own profile banner, download it and send. Like that's what we're going to do. You're going to have options you can pick from because I know not everybody's very artistic. If your banner is already good, that's fine. Okay, so but you're going to optimize your profile. You're going to have templates for you to do your bio. Everything that needs to be done is going to be done properly. Okay, and we'll teach you the importance of all of these things, right? I talked about your offer. If your offer is like the reason why many people are not getting jobs or they're not getting gigs or people are not buying from you. They're not buying what you have to sell is because your offer is weak. So yeah, you're a social media manager, but you're posting every day. Your posts are interesting. You're getting 100 likes, but very few people are coming to meet you to say that, oh, come and manage my page. Okay, so what is that thing? What is that thing that needs to change? What is that thing you need to say to somebody that they will believe you and they will say, okay, let's give this a try. Okay, that is what we're going to deal with under the offer section. For profile optimization, when you make a post, people will go and check you out. When you come outside and you say, I'm Satguru Maraji, people will go and check what you can do, what you're capable of. And that's where the profile optimization comes in. So if you said, for example, I'm the international something, and they go to your profile and it's looking like the local champion of Ejigbo. If you're from Ejigbo, forgive me, like local champion of Ejigbo, right? Or you call it Kitty. Oh, if you're from these places, please forgive me. Okay, so if they look at it and that's what it looks like, immediately they say, you know what, avoid this person is a liar. So that is why your profile has to be on point right from your profile picture. Especially people that say you're a graphics designer, you're a graphics designer, but your banner is lacking, there's nothing inspiring about it. Okay, nothing inspiring about what you've written in your profile. There is no proof, no social proof of what you've done. People are checking, right? People are checking. You said you're a digital marketer. I'm saying this for digital marketers because I'm currently looking for a digital marketer and I can't get one. All the ones I'm saying, I can help you 5 times your income, I can help you 10 times your income. I'm going to their profile trying to look at their social proof. I can't find the proof of what they've done there. So it's just, for me, it's just bluff. Like everybody's just shouting, right? But if I go to your profile and then by the time I check out your featured section, I can see that, oh, okay, this person true helped this company. This company paid him this amount. He was able to get this result. I will be more comfortable working with the person. But even with profile optimization, it does not mean they will patronize you. And that is where the next thing comes in, the content strategy. Your content, a lot of people are putting out good content without direction. People have been shouting storytelling. A lot of coaches are shouting storytelling. Just tell the story. When you tell stories, people will listen, okay? It will increase your engagement. But the story you're telling, is it linking back to who you are? Is it linking back to your products? The way people read posts on LinkedIn is very funny. And many people will agree with me. They're not exactly, only a few posts will I say that I read from beginning to end. In a day, I consume about, how many posts do I consume? A lot. So if you think every post, everybody is sitting down and reading what you wrote, because you're Professor Wu, right? They're not reading your post that much. So when you start and you're telling if your story is interesting, they'll read it, right? But many times we're even lost before we get to the core of what you're trying to sell. Today you write story, tomorrow you write story. There's nothing is leading back to your offer. Nothing is convincing people to get back to your offer. And sometimes you allow the story to overshadow who you are. Right? So these are the kind of things we're going to begin to look at. Okay, who does storytelling help? How can I tell my story that it boils down back to what I really want to sell? So you're going to be taught a content strategy, how to create your content, using different kinds of content. And finally, which is the king of this challenge, is your engagement strategy, right? Engagement is talking about your inbound and outbound reach. What do I mean? So your content, you engaging the people that connect with you, engaging people that post on your feed, right? Engaging people that are of interest to you, that are likely to buy from you, that you can learn from, that you respect, or people that can mention your name in the places that matter. Okay, so that engagement strategy. And then we're also going to talk about, so there's engagement strategy. There's also one more thing. Okay. All right, so we'll do the engagement strategy. And just as I've said it now, I've said that we're going to be meeting once every week, right? The meeting once a week it's going to be for feedback. It's going to be majorly for feedback, right? So you feed us back, you ask your questions, it's going to be a live session, but I'm going to have all of these sessions recorded so that you can listen to it at your own pace. There's a reason I want to do that. I want you to have it upfront so that you can begin to do as much as you can, so that we don't get to the end of the challenge before you begin to engage, okay? So let's move ahead quickly. Once again, we are on the LinkedIn MBA challenge. You're about to get an MBA. When we are done, you call your name, you say Biolu MBA. You say something MBA because you're about to get an MBA, okay? So the LinkedIn MBA, once again, is the LinkedIn monetization blueprint activator. It's time to make money. Time to make some good money, okay? And the hashtags we're using for this challenge are LinkedIn MBA, LinkedIn MBA with Biolu, and post and earn, okay? So these are the ones we're using. Let's move on very quickly. Now, I've mentioned that we're going to have 4 weekly sessions where we talk about the offer, we talk about profile optimization, we talk about our content strategy, and then the engagement strategy. That is what the sessions will be all about, okay? That's what we're going to discuss in these 4 sessions, right? The videos will be sent to you ahead of time. You watch them, you begin to implement some of the things that you learned, okay? But for each of these days, we can come together and then you ask your questions in a live session. And some of the things that have been taught will also be reiterated so that it can sink in even deeply, okay? The next thing is we're going to have a small group system. What do I mean? Now, we're using the Checking a Billionaire group, right? So those that bought the book, we're using that as a general information group. So if there's any information that needs to go out, it goes out into that group because I don't want to create another group, okay? So everything will happen in that group. However, we're going to have a small group system made up of I'm looking at between 5 to 7 people, okay? Between 5 to 7 people at most, right? We put people together, and the idea is so that those 5 or 6 or 7 can work closely together. The Bible talks about a threefold cord not being easily broken. If you're going alone or you're in the midst of 30 people and we're all on this challenge together, we're 31 on the challenge. So if we're 31 people on the challenge, you're just lost in the midst of anybody. When you get tired, you disappear, right? But instead, I put you in a small group so that if you're silent, your group members will be able, there'll be one person, that will say, oh, wake up. The day you're tired, your group members will encourage you. And it's just going to be that way. I want a more personalized feel to it. And what I've done is in the groups that you're going to get your groupings very soon. So in the groupings, you're going to see that I've put together freelancers, right? Freelancers in the same niche, you're together. You find that people that are looking for jobs, I've also put you together. So you're doing the same things. Because, for example, freelancers are not going to be creating CV. Freelancers will be creating, what do you call this now? Freelancers will be creating like their product pages and stuff. So what we're going to be doing is going to be different. So I've put you in the midst of people that are doing the same things that you're doing so you can encourage one another, okay? Now, for the people in your small group system, for the next 28 days, those are your brothers and your sisters, okay? You have a new family for that's your 28-day family. That's your 28-day family. Take care of them, nurture them. And let me tell you the secret. I've been in this kind of group before. And I know that some people that have joined LinkedIn challenges in the past, you'll be able to identify with what I'm about to say. And I'll just tell you the plain truth. So what I noticed in such groups is an attitude of people wanting to take and not wanting to give, right? So you see people, when they make a post, they'll come and post on the group. I've just posted, please go and comment on my post, right? And they're not doing the same for other people. Or please, I've done this, come and check what I've done. On this LinkedIn MBA challenge is not going to be so. Whoever is going to be first will be last. Just like the Bible says, right? It's going to be servant leadership, everybody looking to serve other people, right? And that is why you'll see that the challenge itself is free. It's not paid for because it is born out of the desire to see people succeed. I could have charged for it, and I know that many people will pay. I don't do rubbish. But just to foster that feeling, that attitude of serving others, I want you to use this 4 weeks. At the end of the 4 weeks, I want you to, even if you don't hit your goals, which you will hit and you will surpass, but even if you don't hit your goals, I want you to have made 4 other friends, like 4 people that in one way or the other, you have invested in their lives. a word of encouragement, just loving them, just checking on them, right? Just being a sister, just being a brother to somebody else. In these 4 weeks, just imagine that. Just imagine that you have the opportunity to love somebody, and I want you to do it well, right? So in a small group system, let it not be about you and your goals and you leave it. Don't leave nobody behind, okay? So that's for the small group system, right? And for the small groups, once each of the modules are released, the module on offer, right? Everybody, you'll be given a deadline to watch the module. And let me warn you, for the modules, it's going to expire because I want to put them on seller, right? So after a while, I will take you off the seller. Why am I doing this? To encourage you to watch it when you're supposed to. Okay, so the module is going to be up. You need to watch it when you're supposed to. As a team, you can have a watch party. Once a watch party, somebody plays it, you can do a Telegram group. Do you understand? You can do a Telegram group and then you broadcast it on Telegram. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to me. Or somebody can play it on Zoom. You can watch it on Zoom and immediately get to action. Okay, so everybody work together. There will be tasks for you to do. All right. In your small groups also, you're going to meet on Sunday. Our content is not the one that you'll be creating on the morning of the day you want to create. I create my content ahead of time, at least most of them, not all, right? And that's what we're going to do for these 28 days. On Sunday, you will sit down and create your content for the week. On Sunday, your content for the week will be created, okay? You would have created, these are the things I want to post, because you'll be given what to post, like an idea of what to post, okay? And then you create it. You can use the template, you can use your own creativity. You do everything and you schedule the post ahead of time. For those that don't know how to do it, I can also show you. You can ask right now in the comment section and I'll show you how to schedule your post, okay? So you schedule and you have to do it as a group because remember, this is a giving challenge. This is not all about me. It's a challenge where you give because it's one of the things that increases your buying power. The reason why many people buy from me is because they know that I truly care about them. And that's why many people say, okay, you know what, let me buy from Biolu, right? And then, of course, I also now ensure that what I'm selling makes sense, okay? And that's what you're going to learn. Servant leadership is what you're going to learn on this challenge. Then there's the daily post, like I already talked about. So let me go back into that. The hashtag again, you said, what is this lady talking about? I don't want you to forget. The hashtag is LinkedIn MBA with Biolu, right? Or post and earn challenge, or post and earn, just hashtag post and earn. All right, so what are the things you will take away from this challenge? The first is leadership. So this challenge, even though you're going to earn money, you're going to create opportunities for yourself, right? You're going to have learned leadership. You will have the opportunity to lead your team. So every week we change the leader of the team. So one person drives the team for the week. You choose among yourselves, right? Immediately you get on the group, choose the first leader. If they're not choosing the first leader, volunteer yourself to be the first leader. You lead the group, okay? You lead the group. Now for the week when you're leading, it looks like not everybody will get the opportunity to lead, okay? But that's fine. For the week when you're leading, you're going to get one-on-one mentorship with me. I'm going to be following up with the leaders of the group on a weekly. So there's a group for leaders, okay? You get what you're supposed to do. I will keep helping you, so the leaders will get special treatments for that week, okay? Right? But you learn leadership, okay? You're also going to improve in your confidence in reaching out to people, confidence in posting. Confidence is going to increase, by participating in this 28-day challenge. And finally, it's teamwork, okay? It's teamwork. So you're going to learn a lot of teamwork, working together, because most of the activities, you're going to do them together, okay? You're going to meet new people. All those, I don't like working with people, I like to do it by myself. Oh, you will learn it by force. All right. There's also something I'm still thinking, should I put it in, should I not put it in? If you've been on any challenge I've done, you will know that book reading is so important to me, right? Now I'm wondering, should we put it, should we not put it? I've got 2 books I think we should read, which would really help us. If you've read it before, it's a good time to revisit the 2 books, right? So the first one I want us to read is Grant Cardone. Please remember my Grant Cardone book. Let me put it in the comment section, right? So Grant Cardone, there's a book he has on sales that we can read again, right? If you've been in my community, I'm sure you've read it before. Then the second one is Who Moved My Cheese, right? So those 2 books, I want us to read them, or at least one of them, as we're going on this challenge. So every day you're going to be given a chapter. So you need to schedule time, like every day during this time, because I know that a lot of people are posting on LinkedIn, you're giving out a lot of value and not a lot is going back in, okay? You're posting and not a lot is going back in. You're giving to your work, not a lot is going back in. So I always like to refill that time, ensure that one way or the other, you're feeding yourself with something to even distract you from, responding to comments all day, right? So something to distract you, okay? So we're going to have that in place. I think we'll just do one book, and then we move from there. We'll do Who Moved My Cheese, okay? And then finally, I want you to also realize that this is a temporary solution. So this challenge is all about, I have a skill, let me sell it, okay? So don't overthink it. Don't say, is this what I'm cut out for? This is not the challenge for that one. There's another thing you can do if you're trying to discover yourself, discover the most fulfilling route for you, okay? Just take this like a boot camp, right? A boot camp where you just learn one thing, you just learn something and that's it. So that's what this is all about. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just like me, signing for a singing boot camp. It's not really my forte. I'm just like, let me even just learn something about it, okay? So it's not, don't overthink it and say, oh, I don't have the best It's about any product you have. I'm just showing you a blueprint. Remember, it's called a blueprint, okay? Such that by the time you now find yourself and you know what you really want to do, you know how to do, you can replicate what you've learned here to now do what you really want to do. So if, for example, you've gotten a job maybe as a graphic designer, and later you realize that, oh, I don't want to be a graphic designer, I want to be this or that, then you can then use the same principles, replicate it to get what you want, okay? Right? So it's something that is just a blueprint for you, and to learn how to activate the blueprint. That's it, okay? And if you want something more long-lasting, you're trying to understand yourself, know who you are, the Career Ignite Bootcamp is for you. You can reach out to me about that. This one will help you to discover yourself. You know who you are. It helps you to position yourself on your social media. If you need a CV, it helps you to write your CV. People that have done the Career Ignite Bootcamp, they will tell you. They'll tell you about it. We can talk about it if you want. But if you want a long-lasting career solution, you know, you want to 3 times your income and all of that, then the Career Ignite Bootcamp is for you. But for these 28 days, this is just a temporary situation. So don't overthink anything, right? Don't overthink it at all. Just dive straight into it. All right. So I think our immediate steps, what do we need to do right now? So between tomorrow and Tuesday, right? I'm going to place everybody into their group. So you get an email. We're going to use emails, right? So between now and Tuesday, if we can also send out WhatsApp messages, I'll see if that's possible. We'll do that, okay? So you get emails giving you the link to your group, all right? So join your group, organize yourself, pick your first leader, right? And then also you'll get the first recording on offers, all right? So you get the first recording on how to make an offer. Between Sunday and Tuesday, find the time to watch it, okay? Find the time to watch it between Sunday and Tuesday. As a team leader, discuss with your team and find what time will be best for you to meet on a weekly basis. Are we going to meet on Tuesdays? Are we going to meet on Fridays? Are we going to meet on, whatever day you want to meet, you will meet that day, okay? Now, on the Wednesday of this coming week, we're going to have the announcement, right? Now, for the purpose that you're going to announce to everybody that you're on a challenge, okay? Now, for the purpose of this announcement, it gets DP is like a personalized flyer. I'm going to create a personalized flyer for you where you announce to everybody that you are on a 28-day challenge. This is what you want to achieve, okay? And just talk about the challenge generally. That's what Wednesday is going to be for. And then you'll have gotten your module on your offer. You know what you're doing. You have post ideas between Wednesday and for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, okay? You have like post ideas, things to post. And on Saturday, at this time, we then come together to really, review what our offers are, right? So just like a one-on-one session. So it's not going to be all teaching like I'm doing now. It's going to be more of you listen to the module, right? So we discuss what the offer is, what you're offering to your world. I would also look at it. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? And all of that. Do you understand? We'll start doing that all during the week so that by the time we come together on Saturday, you can ask specific questions about your offer. We do that, right? And then during the week, the next module on what's the other one now? The next one on LinkedIn optimization is going to be released for you, and then you can begin to work on it. All right. I think I mixed it up. So on Saturday, the next Saturday, you're going to get the module on LinkedIn optimization. Sorry. So you're going to get the one on LinkedIn optimization. Okay. And then also I'm suggesting for most groups, if you can meet on Sunday to do the things that you need to do. Okay. So for example, that LinkedIn optimization is something you can quickly do in a 2-hour session on Sunday. You can all sit down, create your banners, create your bio. You have plug and play templates for everything. You create your banner, create your bio, create your posts, schedule them, and that will be all. So that's what it's going to look like, right? So this week, we're going to determine what our offers will be, right? And let me check the time now. Exactly. So we're going to do what our offer. So you get that module. In fact, what I'll do is I'll release the module on offer tomorrow. Okay, so I'll sign you up and release the module on offer for you tomorrow. So get the module on your offer and watch it tomorrow. Okay, watch the module as much as you can. Watch it tomorrow, and then you can begin to all the activities in your groups and everything. Just find your group between now and Tuesday. Make sure you're in your group. Make sure you're settled. Make sure you pick your leader. And from Wednesday, we can begin to make our post. Okay. So for this week, we might not schedule posts. I think you can still schedule your post because the post ideas are also there. You can schedule the posts, right? If you can. But from next week, once we take the class, then the next thing is what you would immediately schedule your post from Sunday. Okay. So at this point, I think I'm just going to take questions.